Good afternoon, and welcome to my presentation on revitalizing mandatory workforce training for organizational success, a strategic approach for organizational development. Today, we embark on a critical exploration of revitalizing our approach to mandatory workplace training. Our journey is backed by a robust framework from the literature, emphasizing the significance of enhancing employee engagement. Here's a quick look at the agenda we're going to be working on through the presentation today. And I'd like to highlight the goals that I have for the presentation. And that's basically to highlight the need for enhancing engagement in mandatory workforce training. Let's first take a look at the workplace issue, which is low engagement and efficacy in current mandatory training programs. Low engagement in mandatory workplace training is a phenomenon well established in workplaces worldwide. Barrett, Pugh, Bond, and Schultz, 2011, highlight the challenges in mandatory online training, such as issues of transmissive learning and hidden agendas, which mirror the inadequacies we face in our current programs. So, what is the significance to MFSC? That will be the impact on employee morale and operational readiness. The disconnect in our training programs affects employee morale and jeopardizes operational readiness, a concern becoming increasingly evident in the modern workforce. To demonstrate this, I've created this systems map. Please note how in the systems map, all paths from low engagement lead to staff apathy, ultimately leading to low staff morale. Low staff morale may lead to other undesirable outcomes such as poor performance, resignations, and poor staff mental and physical health. So, addressing the problem, why immediate action is necessary, the importance of proactive engagement and training redesign, and the strategic value of aligning our training with organizational goals. In addition to the urgency of revitalizing training programs, it's essential to recognize the value of proactive stakeholder engagement by training redesign process. By actively involving employees, trainers, and management in developing new training strategies, we can ensure that the programs are not only engaging, but also deeply resonant with the needs and expectations of all stakeholders. This collaborative approach fosters a sense of ownership and commitment to the training programs, thereby enhancing their effectiveness and sustainability. Engaging stakeholders early in the process also helps identify potential resistance and proactively addressing concerns, which is critical for smooth implementation and adoption. And that's according to Creswell and Creswell 2023. Furthermore, aligning our training programs with the broader organizational goals and strategic priorities amplifies their strategic value. Training should not be viewed in isolation, but as a critical component of the organization's overall growth, innovation, and competitiveness strategy. We create a more cohesive and focused development ecosystem by ensuring that training content is relevant and directly contributes to achieving organizational objectives. This strategic alignment is crucial for maximizing the return on investment in training programs and supporting the organization's long-term success. Lorenzo and Ferreira, 2019, indicate that self-regulated learning and training effectiveness are significantly enhanced when learners perceive the training as relevant and their job roles are aligned with their personal and professional growth objectives. This relevance and alignment are vital for fostering an engaging and motivating learning environment that encourages continuous improvement and excellence. Next, let's talk about causal factors. Contributing factors include reliance on outdated training methods and a significant underutilization of technology, which hinder our progress towards a more engaging and learning environment, according to Rosman, Tomanek, and Milfiner, 2023. An additional layer contributing to the inefficacy of our current training programs is the oversight of diverse learning styles. This homogeneity in training delivery overlooks the fact that employees observe and apply knowledge differently. Some may prefer visual aids and demonstrations, while others might find interactive hands-on experiences or discussions more beneficial. This lack of diversity in training methodologies not only dampens engagement, but also limits the effectiveness of learning outcomes. Incorporating various learning styles into the training design is crucial for creating an inclusive learning environment that caters to the unique preferences of all employees, thereby maximizing engagement and retention. This approach aligns with research by Lorenco and Ferreira, 2019, which underscores the importance of self-regulated learning and enhanced training effectiveness by offering training that respects and integrates various learning styles. We improve immediate engagement levels and support the development of lifelong learning skills, empowering employees to take control of their learning journey in a way that best suits their individual needs. This strategic adjustment in training program design is pivotal in moving towards a more effective, dynamic learning ecosystem within our organization. The desired future state is to simply have a vision for a highly engaged and skilled workforce. Our vision aligns with the findings of Lorenco and Ferreira 2019, emphasizing the role of self-regulated learning and training effectiveness, guiding us towards a future where training is not only engaging, but also empowering. Our current state. Currently, our organization's mandatory workplace training programs are characterized by a one-size-fits-all approach that fails to engage or meet the diverse needs of our workforce. The content often needs more direct applicability to all employees' day-to-day responsibilities, leading to disengagement and a perceived lack of value in the training process. Furthermore, these programs predominantly utilize traditional lecture-based formats that do not leverage modern educational technologies or interactive learning methodologies. This approach has resulted in a notable disconnect between the training and the competencies required for organizational success. The literature includes findings by Barat, Pugh, Bond, and Scholes, has highlighted similar challenges across industries, pointing to a widespread issue with the engagement and effectiveness of mandatory training. The current state versus the future state. Based on the current troubling picture painted in the current state slide, our thesis centers on the necessity of transformation. By evolving our training programs from the current state to the desired future, we position our organization to thrive in an increasingly competitive landscape. This shift is not merely about improving training programs, but also about fostering a continuous learning and adaptability culture that aligns with our organizational goals and employees' professional and development needs. And our thesis statement is as follows. Transforming our mandatory workplace training programs from a one-size-fits-all approach to a dynamic, personalized learning experience is essential for organizational growth and employee development. So here's an overview of my proposal. A comprehensive and strategic solution is proposed to address the critical challenges identified within the MFFC's mandatory workforce training programs. This solution encompasses a multifaceted approach to revitalizing the training framework and enhancing engagement, relevance, and efficiency. The proposed solution is structured around three core pillars: interactive learning, technological enhancement, and relevance to job roles. The transition to a more interactive learning environment is paramount, incorporating simulations, role-playing exercises, and group projects into the training programs will foster an active learning culture. These methods have significantly increased engagement and retention of training content as they mirror real-life scenarios and challenges employees face in their roles. And that's according to Al-Fakri, Matt Noor, and Shahari 2022. We can bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application by engaging employees actively in the learning process. In our risk assessment, we found that resistance to change among staff and trainers accustomed to traditional training methods, challenges in scaling personalized training content, and budgetary constraints for implementing new technologies were areas for concern. Additionally, there may be initial dips in training efficiency during the transition period as trainers and trainees adapt to the new system. Foreseeing diverse stakeholder responses requires a strategic communication plan that addresses concerns and highlights benefits, and then also leverages insights gained from Creswell and Creswell's 2023 work on mixed methods approaches to foster buy-in. Expected outcomes. Expected outcomes include improved engagement, skill application, and alignment with organizational goals, underpinned by Lorenco and Ferreira's 2019 research on self-regulated learning and its impacts on training effectiveness. Decision sought. This proposal calls for decisive actions, including approval, budget allocation, and forming a dedicated project team to oversee the implementation. Preliminary qualitative research and data. A preliminary study based on existing anecdotal data, primarily consisting of interdepartmental complaints and informal discussions about the ineffectiveness of our training, was instrumental in realizing the need for a more in-depth study and to provide further evidence for this proposal in any future proposals. The persistent nature of these complaints and the need for formal feedback mechanisms highlighted a gap in understanding the specific issues and employee needs. This realization led to the decision to distribute surveys and conduct interviews, as they would allow for a more nuanced exploration of employees' experiences and perceptions. A total of 14 participants were interviewed for this study. The selection was strategic, aiming to include diverse employees from different departments within the MFCC and organizational levels. This diversity was crucial to understanding the issue comprehensively across various job roles and experiences. Participants were recruited through direct invitations and voluntary sign-ups following an announcement about the research study. Here's some of the key data gleaned from this preliminary study, and I've included the responses to 9 of the questions. So, preferred learning method. The preferred learning method reveals varied preferences, capturing visual, audio, and hands-on preferences. Effective training session. Respondents were able to choose all that apply. Most found interactivity, practical examples, and engaging presenter and clear and concise content is effective in training sessions. Effective trainer methods or tools. In-person workshops and online modules were favorite training methods or tools, suggesting no matter the format, the items in Figure 2, effective training session, are vital. Suggestions for training modification. Respondents trended towards more interactive content and more practical job-related examples and suggestions for training modification. Relevancy of training. Most respondents found that current training programs are somewhat relevant, indicating a negative trend in perceived relevancy. Least engaging training methods. The pace of training, interactivity level, and content delivery method are reported to be the least engaging training methods. Training impact on job performance. Significantly improved and moderately improved job performance were noted by 10 respondents. 4 respondents noted no noticeable impact. Training duration and frequency. 10 respondents responded that the training was too long. But those same 10 were split. 5 responded that the training was infrequent, and the other 5 responded that the training was too infrequent. 4 respondents responded that the training was adequate in length and frequency. These responses capture a variety of preferences regarding training length and frequency, revealing potential difficulty in finding a solution that will please the majority. Post-training support. The majority of respondents, 12, are either neutral or strongly agree that they receive adequate post-training support. Here are some key takeaways. There's a critical need for personalization. Our journey highlights the essential shift from generic training methods to a personalized approach that caters to the unique learning styles and professional requirements of our employees. This shift is not merely a preference, but a necessity for fostering an engaging and effective learning environment that supports both personal and professional growth. Technology as a catalyst. The integration of advanced technologies such as gamification and artificial intelligence into our training programs is not just about modernizing our methods, but also about unlocking new possibility for engagement and effectiveness. These technologies offer innovative ways to make learning more interactive, enjoyable, and relevant, thereby significantly improving learning outcomes and employee motivation. Employee development equals organizational growth. The direct correlation between employee development and organizational success cannot be overstated. By investing in our employees' growth, we're building a stronger foundation for our organization's future, ensuring we remain competitive and adaptable in an ever-changing professional landscape. This investment in development is an investment in our most valuable asset, our people. Actionable steps towards change. The path forward requires more recognition of the need for change. It demands action. This action includes a commitment from all levels of the organization to support and implement the strategic overhaul of our training programs. By taking decisive steps towards this transformation, we can ensure the realization of our vision for a dynamic, engaging, and effective training ecosystem that benefits every member of our organization. As we conclude our exploration of revitalizing mandatory workforce training programs, it's imperative to underscore the critical importance of this initiative. Our journey began with a thesis that emphasized the needs for transformative approach to training, one that shifts from a generic one-size-fits-all methodology to a personalized, engaging, and technologically enriching learning experience. This transformation is essential not just for enhancing employee engagement and development, but also for ensuring our organization's growth and adaptability in a rapidly evolving professional landscape. Reflecting on our thesis statement, we see a clear alignment from the onset of our presentation to this concluding moment. We posited that the key to organizational and employee development lies in our ability to evolve our training programs to be more engaging, relevant, and responsive to the diverse needs of our workforce. This thesis has been the guiding light of our discourse, illuminating the path from our current state of training programs, which lack engagement and personalization, to our envisioned future state of dynamic and effective learning experiences. Throughout this presentation, we've highlighted the significance of integrating advanced educational technologies, adopting interactive learning methodologies, and customizing content to cater to individual learning styles and job-specific requirements. These key points are not just strategies for improvement, but are foundational pillars for building a future where continuous learning and development are ingrained in our organizational culture. I'd like to end with a quote that I think captures the spirit of this proposal. And it's a quote by Benjamin Franklin, which reads, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn." Lastly, I'd like to share all of the references used in this presentation on the current slide, and I'll now open up the floor for any questions. Thank you.